Okay, students, will do median and quartiles today. This is a part of central tendency. In central tendency, we have mean, median, and mode generally. So and quartiles. So today we are doing medians and quartiles. In the previously we have already done mean, arithmetic mean. Now this is median and quartiles for today we'll do for ungrouped data. Ungrouped data means when we don't have any class intervals. We have just random values, and from that values we have to calculate median and quartiles. So in that case, how to do that we'll see today. Now before that, all of you should write all this formula. So this is the formula for finding medians and quartiles. Now medians is in fact the mid value. Okay, I'll explain you when we do the sums, but first you understand the formulas. So median is the mid value. Now what is that mid value? Median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th term. Where you can understand here all n actually means the number of terms. So n is the number of terms. So for median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th term when n is odd. So that means when the number of terms is odd terms. So if there are 5 terms, there are 7 terms. So if there is 5 terms, then the median will be 5 plus 1 by 2, that is 6 by 2, and that will be third term will be the median. Okay, similarly when the median when the number of terms is even, in that case we use the formula n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1 term and divide by 2. Okay, we'll explain you later when I do the sums. First you just understand the formula. Similarly lower quartile or we also say first quartile, so that's symbolically Q1. So median symbolically we say as Q2. So lower quartile or first quartile is actually n by 4th term when n is even, and n plus 1 by 4th term when n is odd. Similarly for upper quartile or the second quartile, that's symbolically we say as Q3. So upper quartile is equal to 3n by 4th term when it is even, and 3n plus 1 by 4th term when it is odd. Okay. Next is interquartile range. Now interquartile range means the range between this Q3 minus Q1 is called interquartile range, and then semi-interquartile range as Q3 minus Q1 by 2. That's the semi-interquartile range. Okay. Okay, just a simple sum just to explain you the method. Now here they told find the median and quartiles of this. Now first of all you have to understand that we have to always arrange the terms in ascending or descending order. Okay, so first arranging in ascending order. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7. So from there we can say how many n is 5 terms. N is 5. 5 means what? 5 means odd, and therefore median. So median, that is Q2 will be n plus 1 by 2th term. Okay, n by 1 plus 2th term. Okay, so I'm just changing this so that you don't get confused. I'll tell you later why. So I get this 4. Okay, so now see what I'm getting. I'm getting 5 plus 1 by 2th term. I get 6 by 2, and that is third term. Okay, I don't want to confuse you with this 3 and this 3, and therefore I have changed this. Okay, now just try to understand what we got. 5 plus 1 by, so we are getting third term is the median. So here what you get as third term, so that is 4. Understand, median is simply the mid value. So naturally, if you have an odd number, then you have only one mid value. But when you will have even number, I'll explain you in the next sum. You will see that there we have two values, and therefore there are different formulas for odd and even. So when it is odd, the median is this. Now similarly, we will also get the quartiles Q1 and Q2. So this one is, say, number 1 and number 2. Now I will find Q1. Now Q1 will be how much? Q1 will be n plus 1 by 4th term. Okay, so n plus 1 by 4th term means five plus 1 by 4th term, that is 6 by 2, 6 by 4, and that is 3 by 2, right? So 3 by 2 means I am getting 1.5 term. So try to understand now what is the meaning of 1.5 term. 1.5 term actually means average of say 1 and say first and second term, you can say. Second term. Because you can understand, you see here 1 and 2 means first and between first and second. So what we'll do, we'll get the average of these two. Now if instead of 1.5 term means first and second term average. Now if I say, if I get 3.5 term, now 3.5 term means that will be third term plus fourth term and divide by 2. So you can understand it's 7 by 2, that's 3.5 term. 3.5 actually means third term plus fourth term and divide by 2, right? Here we got 1.5 term, so therefore I get quartile as first term plus second term and divide by 2, so that will be my quartiles. Okay, that means Q1. So first term is 1 and then it is 5 and 2, so 6 by 2, so I get 3 is my quartile. That's the first quartile. Similarly, second quartile is Q3. So you have 3 and n plus 1 by 4th term. So 3n plus 1 by 4th term. So again I get what? 3 and n means you have 5 terms, 5 plus 1 by 4th term. So I get 3 into 6 by 4 term. So I get 9 by, that's 4.5 term. And you can understand 4.5 term means 4th term plus 5th term and divide by 2. Okay, 4th term and 5th term and divide by 2. And then you can get that value of 4th term and 5th term. So here you can see the 4th term is 5 and 5th term is 7. So it will be 5 plus 7 and divide by 2, 12 by 2. So the answer will be 6. And so like this we will get this quartiles. Okay. Okay, now another sum, find median and quartiles. Now in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in fact here you have even terms now. Okay. So again here also first arranging in ascending order. So arranging in ascending order. So we get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. So median, as I have told you, for even. Now here n equals to 6 and that is even. So median will be n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term and divide by 2. Understand? Because here you have even terms, so naturally you will have 2 mid value. You can see here. So therefore we get the average of this 2 value. So when I get n by 2 term, I get this term, and when I do n by 2 plus 1 mane next term, so therefore we get this plus this divide by 2. So it will be 4 by 5 by 2. So I get 9 by 2. That is answer is, so answer is 4.5. So here the median value is 4.5. Now similarly lower quartile Q1. Now Q1 will be what? 3n by n by 4. So similarly here also n by 4 means 6 by 4 means 1.5 term, and as I have told you 1.5 term means between 1 and 2. So that means first term plus second term and divide by 2. So first term is 2, second term is 3 and divide by 2, 5 by 2. So my answer is 2.5. Understand? Similarly Q2, Q3, that's the upper quartile. Upper quartile will be what? Directly 3n by 4. So I get 3 into n and by 4. So again here also I get again 9 by 2. So I get 4.5 term, and 4.5 term again means fourth term plus fifth term and divide by 2. Fourth term plus fifth term and divide by 2. So again, so fourth term and fifth term, and so 5 plus 6 and divide by 2. 5 plus 6 and divide by 2, 11 by 2. So my answer is 5.5. Okay. Okay, now in this sum, now this is also ungrouped, so that means there is no grouping, but in this sum there are frequencies. In the previous two sums that I have shown you, that's a very small values, only 5 terms are there or 6 terms. But here maybe say there are 100 terms. Now when I say 34 number of students got 4, that means if I want to write them in ascending order all the terms, try to understand, I have to write them 30 and then 30 and then 30 and then 34 times. After that 46 times, so I will write 40 and then 40, then 40, 40, 40 and 40. So this is for 40. Then 50 11 times, then 60 19 times. Now we can understand it's not possible to write in this manner. It will be a very long values we have to write, and from there it is very difficult, very complicated to find the mid values by counting, and also it's not a very good method. Okay, so simply without writing in this manner, in this case also we can get that the mid values, the n by 2th term, the n by 4th term, in this case also we can get. But in this case what we have to find the cumulative frequency. I'll explain you how we can get from the cumulative frequency. Now see, try to understand, 30 you have 4, so naturally the first cumulative frequency is 4. And cumulative frequency means you have to add the frequencies and all, and then I will write 4 plus 6, so I will get 10. Then I will get 10 plus 11, I will get 21. 21 plus 19, I get 40. 40 plus 20, I get 60. 60 plus 26, I get 86. And 86 plus 14, I get 100. And when you do this total number of elements, that sigma f, here you will get 100. So that means this is equal to n, 100. So that means there are 100 terms. Understand? So here you can easily understand कि the first four terms is 30. The first four term is 30. Now if I ask you कि what is the fifth term, you can easily understand that the fifth term is 40. And if I ask you what is the sixth term, that is also 40. Seventh term is 40. Eighth term is 40. Ninth term is 40. And 10th term is 40. So you can understand that 10th term is 40. And from after 10th term, what will be my next number? My next number will be 50. How many times 11? So that means 50 and 50 and 50 and 50 and 50. 11 times 50 is there. So when I ask you what is the 11th term, when I say what is the 11th term, you will say it is 50. What is the 12th term? It is 50. What is the 13th term? That is also 50. What is the 21st term? That is 50. But when I say what is the 22nd term, try to understand that 22nd term will be 60. The 23rd term will be 60. 24th will be 60. Means after 21 term, the next 19 term is all 60. So the 30th term is 60, the 31st term is 60, the 35th term is 60, the 39th term is 60, and the 40th term is also 60. Understand? So therefore we got the cumulative frequency. And now from this cumulative frequency we can calculate the medians and calculate the median and quartiles. So again I get n is equal to 100. So try to understand median will be what? Median will be n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term and divide by 2. So you get what? 100. So 100 by 2. So you have 50th term. And then 100 by 2 plus 1 means 50 plus 1. That is 51st term. And divide by 2. And now you can understand from here up to from 0 to 48th term is 60. The 41st term is 70, 42nd is 70, the 50th term is 70, and even the 51st term is also 70. So simply we can say median is 70 plus 70 and divide by 2. So my answer will be 70. Understand? Similarly Q1. Now when I say Q1, Q1 is n by 4th term. N by 4th means 100 by 4th term. And that is 25th term. You can understand the first up to first 21st term is this. Right? So therefore they told me 25th term. Now that means 20 for up to 21st term. So this is the 21st term is 50. But 22nd term is 60. Then from 22nd to 40th term is 60. So that means the 25th term is also 60. So Q1 will be 60. Understand? Similarly, if I want to get Q2, Q2 will be 3n by 4th term. Now 3n by 4th term, you will get a 75th term. So 75th term you can understand 60 ends here. 60th term is 70. But 61st term is 80. And from 61st term to 86th term, all are 80. So therefore the 75th term is also 80. And therefore we have 80 as the second quartile. And if they ask me now what is the quartile range, so quartile range will be similarly Q3, simply Q3 minus Q1 value. Q3 is 80 and Q1 is 60. So I get 20. And similarly if they ask me semi-interquartile, so semi-interquartile I will do Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, that's 20 by 2 and I'll get as 10. So that is how we get the medians and quartiles, but this is for ungrouped data. But if they ask me medians of group data, that means they have having class. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. In that case, we get medians and quartiles from the graph. Okay, and that I will explain you in my next video. Okay, so up to this much is for today. So this is for medians and quartiles for ungrouped data, and this we can find without using graph. Okay, that's it.